Okay, ladies, I'm so happy I have you back. We are going to talk about Christmas. Very common topic. Even though many women can feel like it's just there, maybe they feel weird, awkward to think about approaching Christmas a little bit differently. Let's be honest, Christmas are about food as well, but we don't have to make it all around food. If you've been consistent throughout the whole year, if you made great progress, if you got into great routine, you've been practicing good habits, you're feeling finally great, and now you know we approaching Christmas and you feel anxious about how you're gonna manage all the occasions, you don't want to be completely off track, you don't want to get back to square one in January. So this is what we're gonna talk about because there is nothing wrong about doing better food choices. There's few topics I want to talk about because we all celebrate Christmas in a little bit different way. We all have different traditions, but we all can obviously manage it a little bit better. And it's not just about the Christmas, it's really managing any other occasion throughout the year, during the summer, your weddings, barbecues, birthday parties, all these kind of things. This is always a great opportunity for us to practice some kind of self-awareness, self-control, and being able to manage these occasions the way that we feel better afterwards as well from the inside out. We don't feel guilty, frustrated, and we just went completely overboard. So before I start, I want to think about what actually makes you feel terrified when it comes to Christmas. How you celebrate your Christmas, what's there that you are not sure you would like to do a little bit differently and you know it's gonna be a challenge. We have to first think about the mindset. We have to understand what's our trigger point, what makes us feel anxious about it, so we can kind of focus on it and prepare for it and manage it a little bit better. As I said, Christmas are about food as well, about good memories, good times, relax, drinks as well, but we don't want to make it all around food. We want to make it about memories in the first place. So this would be first thing to kind of detach our mindset that Christmas equals food equals overeating. It doesn't have to be this way. You can still enjoy Christmas, you can still enjoy food, but in a way that you feel actually happy about yourself. You don't feel, shit afterwards, let's say. Let's be honest, let's say how it is. And you just basically don't ruin all your progress. You just feel you kind of manage everything a little bit better. So when you come back in January into your routine, to the gym, back to your normal plan, you feel like you didn't miss on the beat. Second thing is think about obviously your plan. You know really well what you're gonna do over Christmas. As I said, we all celebrate Christmas different way. We all have different traditions. Some people are very busy whole December. Some people are very busy already from November. Christmas parties, catching up with work, with friends, traveling. You have to know yourself how busy you are. Currently with my clients, we have big topic about dropping your expectations a little bit because yes, normally you are able to go to the gym 4 times per week. You are well able to stick to the plan, but now we are busy. And if you know you're already busy from November, you need to kind of drop your expectations, lower kind of your targets. For example, instead of 4 sessions, try to aim for at least two. 2 sessions are a great minimum to keep the progress going, maintain, and mainly stay on the track. But if you are still not able to do 2 sessions, try to at least do 1 session or try to get the movement outside of the gym. Same with food. Obviously, if you have a lot of Christmas parties and weekends all around going out, it's same like normal any occasion during the week. Try to approach it the same way. Try to plan it like your normal working week. Look at your week or your December coming up, know where you're going, what you're gonna do. Are you traveling for a few days? Where you're gonna be, with who you're gonna be. It's also important. So you can kind of prepare yourself how you're gonna manage even the occasion itself or how you're gonna manage the time around. Again, we don't want to put the pressure on ourselves because this time before Christmas is quite stressful already. Even though you have not much going on, it's just like everybody are in rush. So we don't want to put extra pressure on yourself. Just be okay with it. Just try to do at least the bare minimum, whether it's getting your steps in, getting your meals at least during the week when you go to work, getting your gym sessions, at least 2 sessions, or what you can manage around, or even do some different kind of training, maybe class or whatever. Just don't put too much pressure on yourself. You want to mainly feel good and manage the little things you can do because there is always something in life going on. So when you get this mindset already, this is how you can manage every other occasion during the year. You are not going going completely off the track. You are not stressing. You know this is just part of it, and you're gonna do your best, like always, to manage it at least some way so you can still enjoy whatever is going on, and then you just move on. Let's talk about nutrition and food itself. Again, as I said, everybody has different traditions, so you have to know yourself how you're gonna spend your Christmas. If you have just Christmas dinner, or if you have some lunch, dinner, if you're going away. But in general, I would give you this tip. It's called one plate meal rule. So whatever you do, let's talk about just Christmas dinner. Let's say you're gonna take your plate, whatever way you spend your dinner, whether you have like all you can eat buffet with your family, or you have actually, for example, soup, you have your main course, you have some dessert. You're gonna take your plate and you're gonna put food on the plate, whatever you like, piece of everything, even if that's a little bit more. When you're gonna put all the food that you want to eat, you're gonna sit down, you're gonna slowly eat and enjoy your meal. There is no adding food afterwards. There is no adding food halfway. When you finish your meal, you are done. Same way you can approach your breakfast, your lunch. I would, for example, stick for 3 main meals per day. You can stick to a normal breakfast as you do per plan. I, for example, have always my normal breakfast, my protein oats, then I'm gonna have my Christmas dinner. If you are somewhere outside, again, you can take your breakfast, your plate, put the meal on the plate. When you finish your meal, this is your plate. This is way better approach than to prioritize snacking, have like bits here and there since morning till the afternoon. You have no idea how much you ate. You most likely overate crazy amount of calories and you still don't have enough. So this is how you can mindfully enjoy your plate, your meal, even though if you put a little bit more. Because one thing we tend to do as well is we take our plate, for example, and we try to put just very little bit of each, but we end up adding more and more and more until we just don't know how much we ate. So this is way better to do. Put a normal portion, even if it's a little bit more. And then the other thing is here, if you put a little bit more, maybe you're gonna find yourself in a situation when you enjoying the food, eating slowly, and you find yourself that you actually have enough instead of overeating, snacking, adding. So this is a great way how to build that self-awareness and self-control. This is really our goal. We want to be able to enjoy food. Don't be obsessed about it. Don't have that food noise. Don't have that food guilt, and be able to say no when we feel like we don't want it. This is a great way how to practice the self-control and self-awareness around food, how you can build that good relationship. Yeah. So rather than like having snacks over during the day, you're gonna have your 3 main meals. Now, when it comes to, for example, snacking, obviously Christmas, we all know there's loads of cheese and crackers. If you want to have some snack during the day, again, take a small plate, take a few pieces of some cheeses, take a few crackers, have a glass of wine with it, enjoy. When you finish your little plate, that's it. With my clients, I, for example, don't force anyone to track their macros. I want to them relax and really use this opportunity to practice that self-control, how they actually feel around food, if they are able to manage things, because most of the time, everybody tell you they know what to do, yeah? But we usually end up doing completely something different just because we, for example, skip the meals during the day and then we feel so hungry that we overeat. This is another thing to remember. Please have your 3 meals during the day. Don't skip your meals. Even if it's normal meal, you have like, for example, your protein oats, your eggs for breakfast, you have your normal lunch, and then you have like some nice dinner. Or if you're already spending time with your family and have some nice breakfast with your family, have a lunch together, don't skip meals. Try to eat from the morning, stick to main meals over snacks. Don't skip your meals, please, because this is how you end up in evening completely overeating everything that you will see. In general, apart from 3 meals during the day, I would focus obviously on have some kind of protein in each meal, prioritizing those main meals over snacks, and staying hydrated, drinking plenty of water. Even though if you have a glass of wine or drink, still try to keep enough water, which will help you with digestion, with bloating, and also with potential cravings. When it comes to alcohol, there is always the question, how much is too much? How much drinks can I have? We have to understand one thing. Alcohol won't help you with anything. There is no good amount of alcohol you can have. Alcohol are empty calories, it's a poison, and you need to do your own decision how much alcohol you want to have. Obviously, it's all good to have drink. It's all perfectly fine, especially during Christmas. We want to mindfully enjoy the wine with food and the memories, the moment with family, with friends over drinking too much for purpose, overeating because we were starving ourselves, etc. So let's put all this together. Let's understand that Christmas is just really few days. It's a not whole week. I know that, as I said, some people are very busy since November, but there's still bare minimum you can do. You just need to prepare yourself. You need to plan a little bit more. It takes extra effort, but then you will see how easy it is and how good it makes you feel when you spend a little bit of time looking at your week, maybe spending some time with meal prep, outside, planning your session, and all things that comes with it. Again, we have to look at bigger picture. There is no way that if you're being consistent over year for weeks and months, that 1 week being a little bit out of routine will mess up all the hard work you've been putting in. You need to look at bigger picture and learn how to approach these occasions the way that you are not that mindset like all or nothing. The consistency over time is what's very important over here. If you are someone who is 2 weeks all in and for a Monday is completely off. If you are someone who, as soon as some occasion happens, then you just have that fucking moment for a week, for a few days, this is exactly why you can't ever see any progress. You need to learn how to manage these occasions, move on after, don't just let it slip off completely, have a balance, enjoy good food, don't be obsessed about it, don't make it just about food. I know the food comes with it, we want to enjoy all the delicious foods over Christmas we have, and that's perfectly fine, but it doesn't mean that we have to go completely overboard, overeat, and feel like shit. Because if you are watching this video, this is probably what you want to achieve. Now, there is one more important thing at the end I want to talk about. And this is also very common topic I have with my clients. And I know from my own experience, this can be probably the hardest part all about it. And that's opinions and comments of others, especially family members, because family members, they can be sometimes very straightforward. They obviously don't have any bad intention about, but they can sometimes tell some words that can trigger us, that can hurt us, because let's be honest, we've been putting into work and we all know these situations when you see your family and we all know that, oh, just have this and why don't eat? Are you on diet? Just have one more, have this, have that. And we just feel bad to say no because we don't want to be exposed. We don't want to get into uncomfortable situation and conversation explaining ourselves because probably most likely no one will understand why you do what you do. And I completely get it. I've been in this situation for all my life. All my family always think I've been dieting. Yes, many years ago when I was restricting myself and crazy I was dieting, I was probably in a bad place. But now I just do choices I want. My family knows that I love all their food. When they cook for me something, I try, but they know I sometimes say no and they are perfectly okay. They don't judge me, they know what I do, but there obviously were uncomfortable situations, especially with like older parents, grandparents who take it as a being rude. They are feeling very offended. What you can do in this case, when you really want to just enjoy the moment, but don't want to get into these confrontations with family members or friends or people around, is you can actually say something before you get into the situation. Maybe say something like, look, I just want to enjoy my Christmas. Maybe I lost this amount of kg. Maybe I just got into routine. Maybe I'm trying to build like better habits. I just want you to guys don't mind what I'm gonna do. I want to enjoy the food I will eat, and I don't want anyone to comment on what I do and why I do that. You can just be open about it, be vulnerable, just say, and that you wish for them not to digging deeper into it and trying to get the whole conversation about why you don't eat certain food or why you don't want to have extra drink. It's perfectly fine. At the end of the day, we have to understand that we do it, you do it for yourself. And if these people really respect you, value you, like you, appreciate you, they have to understand you, listen to you, and accept your choices. So again, it can be uncomfortable. I absolutely understand. This is sometimes the moment we slip on the other side that we don't want to because someone's still pushing us to have more. We just have to set the boundaries and just do what we feel is good for us. Mainly, what I want you to do is to enjoy Christmas, take this time as I said, as an opportunity to practice mindfulness, feeling good around food. Make it not about food, but about the memories and the present time you have with your friends, with your family, and just have a good time. And one thing, if things won't go as you planned, please just own it. I always tell my clients, I don't want any negativity, regrets, talking negatively about ourselves just because we messed up, we maybe overate, we didn't go to the gym even though we said we will. Just own it. Own your decisions. If you messed up, if you didn't do what you said you're gonna do, just move on and don't put the energy into it. Focus on what you can. Guys, this is it. Thank you so much for your time. I hope you got some great tips. If you have any questions, you can always contact me via the link in my bio and description. You can book for a free consultation because I'm opening coaching slots for January. So if you are interested to working with me, definitely we can sit down, talk a little bit about you and if we are a good fit, and maybe get the plan for next year and start 2026 strong.